All right, so we skipped out on recording Topgolf this time. That's actually where I'm headed from right now. Just left my parking spot. Pretty good day overall. Getting some of our distance back, even though we've been missing that. Took it a little easier than normal, just because, again, don't want to aggravate the shoulder and the trap with all the twist and motion. So we took it a little easy, but still burned about 300 calories. Yep, 319 calories. And I just want to reiterate that if you have any fun activities that you enjoy doing, or any hobbies that are semi-active, this is your opportunity to, enjoy your time thoroughly while burning calories. And that's why I love golf, Topgolf, driving ranges, virtual golf, mini golf, any of those, because I have fun doing those and I burn calories. So I really can't complain about, any of those. Even if we're having a bad day on the course, at least I'm still helping myself lean down by burning calories. And you're not even thinking about it. That is the beautiful part about all of this, You're burning calories, but really you're just out there having fun. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that can absolutely change just kind of how you approach it all, Like I'm going out here to enjoy time with friends sometimes, or just by myself, just depends, and doing something I really enjoy. And so if you have anything like that, or you've been interested in getting into something like that, I highly, highly encourage you to do so, just because, like I said, it's going to help you shred down one way or another. Very hungry, have not eaten yet, and it is now going to be 1 o'clock, so perfectly on time with when we have our first meal. Not sure what we're going to get, kind of just seeing what's available right now, because we're headed into the office for a little bit. So, looking at that, gonna hit the gym in a little bit afterwards, after working for a little bit. I am gonna have a buddy workout, helping my buddy. Like I said, he's newer to lifting, hasn't really ever been too much of a gym person or anything like that, so it'll be a good opportunity to help him excel wherever he wants to get better at. So, looking forward to that. Not sure what we're gonna be hitting today, which is fine, because I want him to kind of pick either, what he needs to hit this week, or any weak points that he feels that he needs some help on, anything like that. And that's why we did kind of a full body yesterday. Honestly, feeling perfectly fine kind of everywhere. Yeah, feeling perfectly fine everywhere. So we're good to hit whatever today. And that was kind of by design, to just be available to help him with whatever he needs at the gym. So that worked out perfect. Excited to get in. Taking the break because of my shoulder and trap really helped bring back the drive to get in the gym. Not that it was, dwindled completely or anything like that, but it was kind of feeling kind of more routine, which is a great thing. As soon as it starts feeling weird that you're not going to the gym, you're missing out on like part of your day or something like that, that's when you know that you have absolutely made a significant change in your life. And that's the start of like good habits and everything, you know what I mean? So to get to the point where you feel like you should be in the gym, and that it's important for you to be in the gym, and you like understand and it becomes part of your day or your week, whatever it might be. I've made it such a integral part of my week on my weekends to hit the gym. So if I don't go, it just does not feel right. And that's what you want. You want it to feel like, something's missing if you're not doing your activity, if you're not putting in that work, because then like you get almost addicted to some sense of just bettering yourself. And that's what this is all about, that's what the entire process is about bettering yourself, about getting in there and getting better every day that you're in there. But yeah, so I think it should be somewhat of a goal for you to feel like you are needing to go to the gym, like it is just part of what you do. I think that's an important piece of the puzzle once you get to that point. It takes some time, for sure. You got to get into that routine, and that's the whole point of it. You got to create a new habit. I mean, think about how long it's probably been. If you're like me, you know, I was out of the gym for probably 3 years. And I don't mean completely. I just mean like going kind of whenever, just randomly. Like if that means once every 2 weeks, once a month, something like that. And then maybe I go for like a week straight, just kind of random. Like I was doing that, just random chaos of a schedule for, I'd say probably about 3 years, maybe even a little longer, 4 or 5. And so my point here is that it took that 3 to 5 years to build that habit previously, that bad habit, you know, and that's why it was so ingrained in me. That's why it was such a big piece of what got me to this point. And so, you know, it takes a little bit of time to unwork that habit and create a new, better habit. And so recording this, showing you guys the process has really kept me honest and helped me along the way, which is really cool. And so maybe one of the key things to also take from this is to, maybe you don't want to start a YouTube channel or anything, and that's fine. But like maybe it's about finding someone, like an accountability buddy of some sort. Or maybe it's about like joining a group or something, just so you have people to like kind of bounce off of, and like people who are expecting to see you, you're expecting to see them, and you both kind of, you know, work towards making that the new healthy habit. And then once you do get into that habit, I don't want to say that like you kind of don't need anybody, but you kind of don't once you get to the point where you're so comfortable and it's such a part of who you are to be at the gym and like bettering yourself. Like even if my buddy was not coming in today, I'd go to the gym still because I want to get in there, pump it out, gain my muscle, gain my strength, and look better. You know, that's literally a part of what I do now. So regardless of if he's there, if anybody's there, I'm there, you know what I mean? And that's what you need to get to. You need to get to that point where it doesn't even matter anymore who's there or what time it is, what day of the week it is, what events going on. Like you can just absolutely get in there no matter what and crush it because it's who you are. So I think that's an important milestone to get to. I'm not sure exactly when it kicks in. I've always heard kind of like a rule of threes, like you want to start off with your first 3 hours being focused, and then you want to get to 3 days, and then 3 weeks, and then 3 months, and maybe it's that 3-month mark where it really starts getting ingrained. And we're almost there, honestly, but I think it's the added bonus of recording and, you know, making something of this that's really making it kind of an expedited process for me personally. So regardless, my point is it takes time to undo the bad habits, and it also takes time to make new, good, healthy habits. But they're worth it, and it's worth the investment of time. Because once it starts feeling like it's just normal, then it literally becomes normal, and you find ways to fit it in. You find ways to not make excuses anymore, because it's just what you do, and it's what you like to do, and it's what you want to do. Like I want to go to the gym. I want to get stronger. I want to get leaner, and that's just part of the process now. It's just part of what I do. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I'm not just talking in circles here or anything, but I think that's an important part to get to, and it does take time. Like you're not gonna go for a week and then be like, oh, let's go, this is what I do now. Like you're gonna be hyped because you might start feeling a little better and everything, but is it gonna be part of who you are yet? Probably not, and that's okay. All right, I am in the office, so gonna work for a little bit, and then we'll be hitting the gym in just a little while after working for a little while. Back to regularly scheduled programming. So we're doing a few things today. We're going to be working on some lower body mobility and strengthening. My buddy here says that he has a few issues with the ankles and kind of hips, so that's perfectly fine. I also used to have a lot of issues with my ankles, so I'm happy to show this because I know a lot of people have lower body issues like ankles, knees, lots of little pains and things like that. So these are things that you can put in place that helped me kind of get rid of that pain. And, you know, even when I'm jogging and things now, these things don't flare up like they used to by any means. So we're going to do some of that. And then also with his normal rotation, we're going to be hitting some tries and some back. So we're just going to kind of be doing a little bit of a smorgasbord of a whole bunch of different things, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to jump around. So first move right here, this is going to be primarily working on that mobility, but this is primarily strengthening the knees more than anything. You could use any box that you want to help you, depending on your own strength. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be because you're using more of that body weight. So the main goal here is just getting that full range of motion on the front knee, getting that full lengthening, and you're also stretching out the hip right here. So you're helping out your hip flexors and your knees. I would stretch out in this for just a second and then get into it as an actual move like lunges. And it's okay for the knee to go over the toe. That's actually kind of the point. But I genuinely think this is one of the biggest moves that helped me feel a lot more secure in my squats and my lunges, as well as ridding myself of knee pain. And once you get to a point where you can add weight on this, I mean, absolutely add weight on this. I'll be adding weight right after this, actually. Alright, feeling good. Alright, adding in some weight here. I would make this semi-akin to like Bulgarian split squats in styling, working on the single leg with stability. Once you can start really stacking the weight on these, you'll see tremendous gains. That is pretty close to about as heavy as I'd want to go on these. That was pretty tough. All right. Yeah, that was very good. I never feel those immediately in my quads or anything, but like tomorrow, yeah. Always that delayed onset soreness that hits you out of nowhere. Whew. I've said it before, but I just want to reiterate and make sure, hopefully with the cameraman as well, we can kind of see this a little bit. It's really hard to show, but you're not just folding yourself at the hinging point of your hip. You're not just going forward here. You're actually curling in to yourself. So think about like almost sucking in and bringing in the stomach, rolling it over itself when you're down at the bottom here. Ever since I've made that mental change, like I've never felt my abs as much as I feel them now, and just led to many gains so far. Let's get after it.
That's the stuff. Whew. And if you're at a point where you don't quite have like the balance down, because this is really like, I could not do this previously, even on a higher box, not quite this high, but high enough. You're just shaky and stuff starting out. So if you need something to stabilize yourself, I mean, by all means, utilize it. Don't use it as a crutch and like lean into it and use it to help push yourself up. Just use it as a balancing assist. Okay, let's get into our final set here. Yep, feeling it now, all around the quad. Oh, so you can absolutely do this, just feet on the ground, work your way up. What I'm trying to do is add some extra stretch at the bottom of this and go past where this would hit, because the weights are so big that they're gonna hit before my hands even get to go below this. So I put it up here, just to add that extra stretch in. But starting out and everything, the ground's gonna be perfectly fine. You're gonna get plenty of stretch and everything, but if you're looking for really boosting that range of motion, you're looking to like fully accentuate the hammies and the glutes and everything like that, like this is the way to do it. Just be careful, because this is definitely, you know, a lot more precarious. So yeah. And the goal is not to keep the legs super ridiculously straight by any means, but sitting the butt back, allowing that stretch. All very centralized in the hammies. Another focus is making sure the back's staying fairly straight. Quick hack, if you can see my buddy over here, if you look at yourself in the eyes while you're doing this, it tends to help keep the back a little straighter. Don't be afraid to sit back some more on it. But it's looking good. Back's a lot straighter than it was. And the best way I can explain it for imagining it in space is kind of just think about dragging the bar along the legs essentially. So you're sitting back to allow the room for the bar, because otherwise you're going to hit your knees. So sitting back into it, allowing the booty to go back, bring that down. All in the hammies. It's insane. Alright, I'm gonna bump the weight down a tiny bit. Try and get like more contraction on it. This is one of the key moves that helped me feel my back a lot more. It's just something about the extra wide stretch and then really still being able to get that deep contraction. So lowering the weight for a second, focusing 100% on the contraction, kind of almost bringing the shoulder blades together and pinching them together. Oh yeah. Nice. Feeling the shoulder blades coming together. Oh yeah, it's looking like it. There you go. My goodness. Fantastic, dude. That's insane. Nice stretch out on the end there. You can see the lats spreading out and then just bringing it all the way in, really crunching those in, getting that tight squeeze in there. Beautiful. My Christ. Hell yeah, man. I've mentioned this before, but I think it's worth saying again. The act of, while contracting, getting the chest out, it just, I think biomechanically, it just gets you into that rolled back position to get the full contraction. So, rounding out here, get the nice stretch as you come up, chest out. And that just helps really crunch everything in. It even helps my buddy understand it a little more too, and crazy good form on that last one, man. I'm telling you. So nice and stretched out right here. Gonna regrip. It's crazy. I could like feel it. out from the spine. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. And it's a game changer for me. Hopefully it helps you the same it helps me, because there's just something about it. Changes the game. And then if you follow this up with some lat pull downs, if you can't feel lat pull downs all that well, you're gonna. Alright, getting a touch of triceps in here. I know I hit these fairly recently in video wise, but just again, not only down to here, but back, and get that full flex in there. Just helps get that real peak contraction. Yep, nice burn. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm trying a new weight. See how it goes. Yeah, that was pretty hard. Alrighty. We're just gonna finish it off with some good old bike time. Fun stuff. But both times today I've forgotten to hit my watch, so honestly, I can't tell you how many calories I've burned at golf, and I can only tell you in the past 50 minutes I've burned 260 calories. So it hasn't been 50 minutes of full force weightlifting, because I've been guiding my buddy through everything and helping out with that in between. So a little slower than usual, but on the day we were at 909 calories for today. So looking forward to hitting at least 1,000 with adding this in. But honestly, I think we'll hit this for 30 to 45 minutes. I should add on another at least 200, hopefully 300 to 350. So I'm just gonna hang out, watch some videos, chill, get some work in, and then figure out what we're doing for dinner. Alright, catch you guys on a little bit.